gloves. Hey there, folks. Yeah, so I haven't been making videos recently. I was very busy with college. I kid you not. Busy stuff going on. And no, this is not the midnight game here. Because apparently I'm exploring inside of an abandoned cathedral that was left behind by the Catholic monasteries. Yes, a cathedral, you see. Excuse me, it's very cold. Getting these gloves on. Yeah. Now you see. What am I doing here? Well, since all of you are here, let's have a talk like the old days, shall we? Now let's get started. Have you ever wondered how cold this place is right now? This is the coldest place that I have ever been in my life. Have you ever been to a place that is this dark and cold? Candles were my only source of heat and light, because this huge old cathedral is really old. No electricity. Crap you not. Oh man. This chest right here. I got so much stuff that I just collected in this cathedral that we'll get to later. Because right now, this is a gold mine. I tell you. In case all of you get mistaken I'm greedy, I'm ordered by the Orthodox missionaries to investigate this place and to explore. They never told me why, but I usually scavenge stuff for a living, and I found cool stuff that were left behind. There were no prayer books or any Bibles here. But I did find something that's a bit odd that you'll never find in a cathedral. Because the stuff in here is stuff that I never uploaded pictures of to Instagram. Now, do all of you remember the chemtrails that were going on earlier this decade? Yes, because this is the final year of this era. And it is really huge. And I am 18. 18. Man. Yeah. This is basically a talk show that I do by myself. Why am I so lonely, right? But I tell you what. This place is valuable. Is valuable. Not only that, but treasures inside of this chest that I brought with me. It's going to be a pain carrying it back with my bare hands. And what is my character? Basically, I am anonymous. But I'm also a ghoul. Why am I a ghoul? I'm not necessarily a ghoul, but I'm a skeleton. Due by my face. And because my origins are is that I was actually in a war, and my identity was not known enough. But I usually don't care about my identity, because I couldn't remember who I was. It's been so long since I've been dead. And I've woken up at a complete unknown time. The only year that I can recall waking up in is by the year 2059. 2059. That's right. 2059. Was it during the Dark Ages? Yeah. Still cold. All of you never known this. Because believe it or not, as soon as I try to play normal, like I was just a human, but I'm now a monster, once people saw me in the village, everybody was screaming and bringing their children inside. Because you see, I wanted to exist. I really wanted to exist. But, thankfully, I've been accepted by the Catholic missionaries, but then I transferred to the Orthodox missionaries. Long story about that. Because I won't talk about it right now in this video. Now, let's make some heat, shall we? Oh. Come on, let it. It's just so cold. You can burn. Alright. Let's get that fire going, shall we? I'm just bare bones. That's how sensitive I am to heat. Alrighty. Let's get all toasted up. Usually I don't know why this cathedral was abandoned. It was just never discovered. And it's really snowy here. It's up in the mountains. Catholics abandoned this place and we were not sure why. And I do not even know the name of this missionary. Not missionary, cathedral. So, man, it was great when it lasted long. Conserve this for later. Now, basically, my name is I've never gotten a name. But I was given the name Walter. Yeah, it's very unusual. Because we never had names back then. Though those type of names back then. But, to tell you the truth, I was the first person, or the first monster named that. Insane, right? But I tell you what, most people find me odd working with the church system. I am not a saint, nor basically I'm just a regular old monster who's just lost. I'm just completely out of my mind to see why does this all exist? How come I'm different out of the rest of the humans? I just guess I'll never know. I can feel emotions, just like humans do, but that one feeling that I get that never goes away. It had ever since I've started working with the system, with the church system. So, in case anyone gets confused, I transferred to the Orthodox after some complaints about the Catholic Church system. It's a long story. But, to say this feeling that never went away, but it had a little bit, just died down, just simple alienation. Because me as a monster, I that feel different, working with God. Saints and sinners are all the same, but we are all monsters. We all have demons inside of us. Monsters are demons, you can say that. But if I, as a ghoul, even as a demon, I chose to walk with God. Now, what does that make me? Is what I can't find yet. No simple word or meaning, but pretty sure. I have nothing else to talk about this. But, had all of you enjoyed your Thanksgiving dinners and all of your Thanksgiving leftovers? I had this Thanksgiving break, and I believe you not, the best meal I had in my life. I have Thanksgiving every year with my fellow friends in the church system and some relatives that invited me over. Because the church system that I work for, they're like a family to me. And it's a place that I never want to leave. But I have some big duties to do around here. Scavenge stuff here to bring back to the monastery, which is far away from the mountains. Also, not only to find out the history of this church, because it looks like it's never been used in centuries since it's abandoned from ever since who knows when. But God knows when. If only we could just find out when and now, let us get down to some gift opening, shall we? This guy wax. Look, I just waxed a Q-tip. Now, opening some valuable treasure. Now I wondered, what did I scavenge here again? Oh yes, I forgot. Let's see what I could pull out first. Alright, this huge treasure trove. This very old looking Bible. But it's conditioned. The gold pages, the leather, the imprint on this looks very new. The gold trimming. And look, no page is missing. Very heavenly gift of God. May God bless me, Jesus. Now, I found this on a pew. This is the only Bible I could find. I just looked away for a second, and there it was. Now, in here, this nice looking knife. I just never uploaded it to Instagram. I was going to, but I forgot, but I never got the time to do it, so I just went like, not posting it at all. Great looking knife. Even though I'm in California, the length of it is just the size of my palm. Very great designed knife. Still sharp too. Now, time for these little. Come on. Now. Right. Time for these little guys that I just found. Now, these tiny little bottles, only 4. I just found them in the kitchen. There's a holy water fountain system at this church, but the pipes I found in the basements were rusted. For the water to become holy, it has to be clean. I wouldn't say highly doubt that the holy water here is clean, judging by how dirty the pipes look. I wouldn't say that, but I would say that I'd be very surprised if the water here is clean still. Very old for a cathedral. I think they use these bottles to make shots. Not drinking shots, I mean shots of holy water. And ointments, oils. How do I tell this is the Catholic cathedral that I'm at? I'll tell you what. There was some old artwork left behind, which is Catholic artwork. And that I knew it's a very old, abandoned Catholic church that has no name, unknown age, but I determined it's very old by the looks of the place. Keeping these bottles with me just in case. They might come in handy. And now, some viable treasures, actual treasures, left behind. Look at this. A nice rosary bracelet. Metal wiring, but the beads are full plastic. Except for the pendants, which are pure silver. One, a Jesus piece, and the other, Jesus' mother, the Virgin Mary. Now you see, what the heck? I thought I heard something. This old cathedral got me on the fritz. Now this looks very valuable by its new condition, but not very holy, I can tell you. Because I recognize this, and I recognize this many centuries ago. Long story, but long story short, these beads, black wood, and this pendant, a bronze dragon on it. This belonged to a cult of Vlad the Impaler, also known as Dracula. The cult was only known as the Inquisition of the Dragon. That's all I'm gonna say. Never gonna say that name again. Now this is what I found. This pendant that I have. It matches this one. It is very interesting that I could find things that are related. Well, guess I won't be needing this chain anymore. I just found something great. Scarf. Putting this in the chest, in you go. Now, putting this on. How do I look? Great? Yeah. Now this, oh, this is my favorite. This is a valuable bracelet of stone beads. And on this bracelet, a huge collection of saints. Saints like the Boy of Watacha, biblical scenes, Our Lady of Guadalupe, and saints that I can't recall of, but Saint Michael and Guardian Angel, and the family of Jesus. Along with the baby Jesus too, which is why it's my favorite. It's a collection of saints on a bracelet. How would you like that on your wrist? But this is treasure that I found. Now, metal beads ranging to black steel to dark steel, all in a nice pattern. Hold up a second. Sorry, folks. There was just a knock on the cathedral, but no one was there. I think some dumb kids are just playing tricks on me. Also note that me as a ghoul, I lived for centuries, and I have experienced and seen everything throughout your history books. Now, let's continue to look inside this treasure trove. Alrighty. Alrighty. I have two last things to show you in this treasure trove. Which are the last things I could find in this cathedral for now, because it's so large. Yes, it is most holy jewelry in history. Now, plastic beads of, once again, But the chain link, it's steel. And once again, these pendants are still silver. Not yet rusted. Perfect condition. Look at that. The Holy Virgin Mary. And this, Jesus on the cross. But there's no Henry sign. Who makes a rosary without an Henry sign? Alright. Now, the last rosary. They have the same pendants on that I just showed you, but has a bit more variety and more valuable because it's stone. It's a stone rosary. Also chain link. Holy Mother of God, you've just gave me the most beautiful rosary that I had ever seen. Now, take a look at this. Mary again and Jesus again on this rosary, but look at these bead patterns. You see it? Now, aquaric stone. 1, 2. This is a 50-decade one too, like the other one. And this one. Diamond blue beads. And the chain on it is a bit different. The pendants on this thing are also silver. Now, once I hold it like this, upside down, you may think that it's out of order, but don't be fooled by the angle of the camera. The rosary looks like that because the bead length on it is just a bit off that you were fooled by. But I never get fooled by other demons. I test those demons that are trying to trick me and lead me to the dark. And that's what the Bible teaches you. Beware of false prophets. Now, this seems to be pretty much it about this great treasure trove that I can give you guys a look at. Now, that seems to be it, folks. Now, I hope you enjoyed my origin story of my character, Walter, named after my username Lawful Wally. Also, the treasure trove that I forgot to show you on Instagram. It's nice to be in the dark watching candles glow, right? Because Jesus is the only light that'll ever light your way in the dark. Now let this be known to your children. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below of what you think of my origin story. Now, best be known. I missed that. One more treasure. Look at this. Last treasure to bring with me home. It's silver too. The cross is completely wood. Because this is a great introductory video for making way for the new cross to be in. I can't have two crosses in the same bag. Because this is not going with me. Now, now, behold your new cross. Yes. My only source of light. It's angled where you couldn't see. Which is why you're wondering why at first, where's that new cross you're talking about? It's just above this camera. I hoped all of you enjoyed your Thanksgiving, had nice relatives over, had a great break, had a great Thanksgiving break, and having a truly holy, merry, and white Christmas. And by white Christmas, I mean the snow day on Christmas Day. I just love white Christmases. Now, I'll see you later in the next video. Bye-bye.
Snow covers all of our cars, and we brush it off and move on. But I wanna stay here for days and watch as the world spins.